I think people are who they get genuinely just worried about what will be said or the backlash from not saying yes.
True, but there's backlash on both ends, and that's what we forget.
Mm.
Because yes, there is external backlash, outside backlash. He, she, Paul, Peter,
Tommy.
John, Noah, and the big arc. But yeah, this
What? Yes.
external, they'll always have something to say, but there's also internal repercussions. When you lose the sleep, who really is paying for it? You are.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're not functioning properly. You have all kind of health things piling up on you now, simply because you neglected. You didn't listen to your body in that moment. You didn't listen when your body said it was tired. It said it needed to take a break. You decided to push. Also, sometimes you do that and the people still have something to say, and then you beat yourself up internally again, where you're like, you see, I was tired, I did that, and she was still ungrateful. You understand? They still was not satisfied.
Right.
Now you're mad at you for not listening to you when you told you to stop. Yeah. We're going to talk about how you could set boundaries to protect your time and your energy, because protecting your time and your energy will help us be less stressed,
Okay.
and that's pretty much the point.
Yeah.
So a few years ago I said yes to everything. So I was helping everybody. I was doing everything. I was in all gift exchange, all Santa, Secret Santa, you name it. Everybody asked me. Sarah was volunteering for Tutbagai.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And by the time the holiday was over, I was exhausted. I was broke. And I realized that I actually barely ate through that entire season. Does that sound familiar to you? Ever happen to you that you just get yourself so busy during the holidays, you realize that you didn't even really enjoy it?
I understand exactly what you're saying, but not for the holidays.
What time of year that happens to you?
My birthday.
Yeah, but you just want to enjoy your birthdays?
No, not general. I'm certain I'm not the only one who experiences this. You know, in your mind, you always you envision your birthday to go a certain way, and then you hope that they will understand because you drop the hints and you drop the hints and you drop the hints, and then it just does not happen. So you know what you have to actually take control. You say, okay, next year I'm going to take control of my birthday, and I'm going to make sure this happens, and I'm going to make sure that happens, and I want a party. So who is going to prepare your party for you? So then I end up in the party thing, preparing for my birthday party and everything, and then guess what? I in the kitchen. And then I'm not sitting down, and then I'm not looking pretty, and I then sweat out all of my makeup. You know, I mean, I know there are some people out here who can relate to what I am saying.
Yes, but I'm definitely not one of them.
Yes.
Because I'm a big birthday person. But I plan out my birthday. I plan for my birthday like it's a big event. So you see birthday just past October. Best believe when January hits, I'm planning for birthday that's happening in October of next year.
Oh, okay.
So I normally, because I've had those moments and I don't like them.
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel birthday. It doesn't feel also when, like you say, you drop the hints and you're expecting certain people, friends, family, spouse, you know, to do something for your day, co-workers, and then you end up being disappointed. I realized a long time ago that I'm not giving anybody that power. So from since then, I plan my birthday. People that know me personally can vouch. If any one of you are listening, you can vouch that I do that. So you see, from January, I already prepping what outfit I'm going to have, what hairstyle I'm going to have. I'm starting a little fund already, whether it is $20 I put on the side towards the birthday. So I plan my day.
Right.
So I watch what day it's going to fall on, and I decide, okay, so what do I feel like doing today? And especially if I feel like I haven't had any like relaxing birthday in a hot minute, I'm like, oh, you know what, maybe I should get a massage done. So I will go ahead and book my massage. So I book the massage, I make sure I have the outfit that I have. I probably do my nails, do my hair, whatever that I like. So I always make sure that on my birthday, I do something for me. So even if family, friend, or spouse doesn't decide to do anything, I know I booked something for me on that day.
Yes.
So whether it's a gift to me, whether it is a massage, I think you should do that.
I think so too.
I think too. When is your birthday?
May 28th.
So then that means we have to start planning after this We have to
Yeah,
start
yeah,
planning.
yeah. We will.
Yeah. So we need to start planning so
Yes.
that you are in control. You don't leave that up to anybody.
It's true.
And whether it is you do the same thing I said, you have at least in the morning, you know your morning set, you get up, you prep, you go to your massage, you know, you feel good. Anybody else who wants to do something has to plan around your schedule.
Right.
So after your massage, you figure, okay, spouse, friend, family figure, hey, I want to link up Steve on a birthday. Okay, well, I'm having my massage at 10 o'clock.
Right.
It's an hour and so on. So I will be done at 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, we could do lunch for 12, you understand? If you
Right.
want, we can go for drinks
Mm-hmm.
at 2. If you want, we can go for dinner. We can do whatever, but just know within that window, this is my time doing that. So you have to plan around my schedule.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do that after.
Okay. So
Yeah, we're gonna organize me so that me is
May is
a
a
good
good
one.
month. Okay. Okay.
We're gonna organize that. Now, boundaries. I'm sure everybody ever heard that word. Before you open social media, there's always a post about boundaries.
Mhm.
But boundaries matter. And why I say they matter is there is a post on my Instagram where I said that givers need to set limits because takers do not have any.
That's one of the most real post memes
Yeah.
out there.
And
Very real.
when I said that, and the traction and the feedback from that made me realize that a lot of us don't have any boundaries. We don't. And for whatever reasons, we don't have it. But when you really sit back and you realize, takers don't have any limits. So even if you don't have Steve and you decide to give somebody your last 20,
Mm-hmm.
in your mind, you're doing something good, right? Or you're like, this girl, I just told this girl, all I have is my last 20 for me to go to work, and she still comes to ask me. Yeah, but then you still gave her the last 20 though.
Mm-hmm.
So you were the one that didn't set the boundary, because in your mind, you assume because you told her, that's my last 20, you understand? I didn't even know I'm going to go to work. You probably give her the truth, and she still turns back and says, well, Steve, I still need the $20.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And then now you're conflicted, you're disappointed, and you're like, but she could have just not asked. But no, takers don't have any limits. If you are willing to give it, they're going to take it.
They're always going to find a reason as to why you should give it to them rather than hold on to it for yourself.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the importance of boundaries. So versus you leaving it up in the air, so you say it assuming that she picks it up and not asks you.
Yeah.
To avoid all of that, that's why boundaries come in. So it'd be like, okay, hey, I'd love to help you, but I'm on my last 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to make sure that I can go to work next week.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is where boundaries come in. Boundaries aren't just because you're trying to be selfish or you're trying to avoid people, but it also is part of self-care, and people don't realize that, because when you don't have boundaries, you expose yourself to all kind of nonsense.
It's true.
Everybody's drama is your drama. Everybody's headache is your headache.
Yes.
All of a sudden you realize when you're stressed out, you have nothing really going on in your life, but because you allow everybody to spill their stuff
Right.
on your life, you're not realizing that you are overwhelmed. You are overwhelmed by everybody's else stuff that's going on.
Yes.
Not even your stuff.
Right.
Ask somebody why they're stressed out. Oh, my family this, my family that, my spouse this, my friend that. Everybody else's issue
Mm-hmm.
tends to be yours. So that's why boundaries matter the most for me. So let's say an example for doing boundaries. So for one, I would say don't do like me and overly exert yourself to every exchange of gift, every secret Santa,
Right.
every event. I know you probably have different circles.
Yes.
And all your circles probably trying to do something for the season.
Right.
But try and commit to one of them.
Girl.
Maybe 2 for the tops. Because that would avoid you feeling overwhelmed. Imagine if you have 6 circles and all the circles want to do a secret Santa. What
and
you
all
really
of their
looking like?
budgets over 50.
Okay, all the budgets, right. Let's not even forget. Let's not even forget that part. The quota limit.
Yes.
What you really say you do for yourself then now there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no. That would be an example of a boundary, is declining to participate in every single exchange of gift that somebody decides to tell you, every event that they decide to have and they decide to include you, you can comfortably decline. Respectfully, I cannot do it.
Right.
And so that you can avoid feeling overwhelmed, you can avoid feeling stressed. Also, overly doing in terms of like cooking. You feel like you want to buy stuff and you want to cook this big lavish menu. Oh, I feel like I hit a nerve there for
Girl,
Steve.
girl, let me tell you. I have a story.
Oh my story
Once
time.
upon a time. Okay, so I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning. Of course, the night before we did the little preparation.
Right,
you know,
right,
the little
right,
thing,
right.
mid-season. And, okay, so I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning and we start preparing, you know, and by the time it's like 7, 8 o'clock, everybody's starting to rise. And so, you
Right.
know, in the middle of preparing for all of your lunch and all of your 10 dishes, your 10 to 15 dishes, because, you know, you have to have the macaroni pie. Then you have to have the macaroni salad.
All
Then you have
right.
to have the potato salad because the macaroni salad was not enough. And then when you finish, you need a fresh garden salad. And you know what? She doesn't like my in-law. She doesn't like the garden salad, so I have to.
Make steamed veg.
Hello. Let me tell you, and that is how it was. That is how it went for me that Christmas. Because by the time I was done, we had a huge table. By the time I was done, the table was just packed with food, and there was barely any space to put any plates to actually sit down and eat. Now imagine waking up in the morning. Everyone is waiting for their breakfast, and you're in the middle of mixing up something,
Right.
So you have to put that aside. Go make the breakfast. Serve everybody because you're in
Yeah.
the kitchen. So you have to serve everybody, and then Christmas morning, everybody wants their hot cocoa tea. So
That sounds like a lot.
That
Let's stop overly doing
yes,
and overly cooking.
exactly.
I am a foodie and I like nice food.
Mhm.
I think a lot of us like nice food.
We do.
Yeah.
we do.
But I also do not overly exit. And there is sometimes we do things for external validation.
Mhm.
So, and I somewhat blame social media for that. So you feel like you have to have this 9-course meal. It's just you, your spouse, but you
Yes.
have a 9-course meal for 2 people.
A
Just
spread.
for you to be able to take a picture, take a video, and post and say, "This is our Christmas," so others could see that you have it.
Nothing is wrong with a little stir-fried rice and a cucumber salad and some chicken.
Right? Let's not overly do it because just cook what you like.
Exactly.
So some people, if you don't like ham, you don't like ham. That's you. Don't try and get yourself into the ham because everybody else is talking about ham. If you like beef, have your beef on Christmas Day. They don't have no one size fit all for
Right.
menu for Christmas.
It's true.
You getting yourself caught up in all the hype for what? You probably don't even eat those things. You don't even really like them. You cooking them hoping that your family, your friends do come over and pass like they say they would.
Yes.
And then sometimes things happen and they don't.
They
And
don't,
then it's
yes.
just sitting there and you're like, you don't even really eat that. So,
And the fridge would open us.
yeah, let's not do that.
And then when we start packing the trays on top of the tray.
Yeah,
on top
yeah,
of the
let's
tray.
not, yeah,
Listen,
let's
I'm
not.
sorry. Anyways, Sarah, move on.
Yeah, let's not do that. So, in terms of respectfully declining and over exiting yourself, so if somebody decides to tell you, well, you know what, I think you should cook all of those things. You know, you heard them talking about their Christmas menu, and then all of a sudden you feel pressured to talk about yours and
Right.
lie or exaggerate to make it look like, oh, you have something lavish going on your end. No, let's not do that.
Nothing is wrong with a little
Nothing
white.
is. Let me tell you, simplicity goes a long way. Same way,
Exactly.
if they need you to be extra, you could, in conversation, you could be simple as well. You know what? I would love to do that. Or that sounds like a wonderful idea. Like that's good for you. You understand? But I'm keeping things simple this year.
Right.
As simple as that. I'm keeping things simple this year. Or I no longer feel the need to do this. Or no longer. I mean, like I like that you're doing it. But
Yes.
for me personally, this is my spin for this Christmas. There is nothing wrong in saying that. And if you feel like when you say that, you're going to be judged, you're going to be isolated, you're going to be blocked off, then that's not your people. Then that's
Exactly.
fine.
Change the
The year
circle.
is coming to the end, so might as well kind of wrap it up, eh?
you know, there was a time where I actually used to do that at the end of the year. If we hadn't spoken for the year, I would delete your number.
Oh, wow.
But now Google is doing its own thing. It's saving all of the numbers from my Hotmail account, just popping up.
Oh, well, I do have that.
Yeah,
And
so-
I don't even have to do that anymore. It's been a good couple of years I haven't had to do that of end of year, do a cleanup. Because one, I don't like with people that I don't like.
There we go.
I don't keep people around that I don't talk to frequently or vibe with or interact with. Like, I don't really have stagnant people.
Right.
So I don't have to do a cleanup.
Well, that's
I
good.
don't have to, but if you one of those that have to do a cleanup, it's okay.
Yeah, but how long did it take you to get to that point, or have you always been that way?
No, I wasn't always that way, but once I started to take this entire personal growth journey serious, and that was from 2019. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a process of cleanup, and it has gotten to a point where I don't need to do that.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing it.
But there isn't.
And some people will try to make you feel guilty. Hey, I have you. You have my number. You're not calling me. And then you should not feel guilty about it, because at the end of the day, the phone works both ways.
Yes.
Okay.
And as much as it works both ways, same way you said, you have my number. You're not calling me. Sometimes we sit there and you say, oh, that person not calling me, so I'm not going to call them.
No, of course, life. One thing life will do, it will life.
Right.
I mean, people go for things, but if you try to call Tommy once, you
Right.
call Tommy twice,
And
you
Tommy
send-
never return your call.
You never call back. You
Then
never.
yeah, you can take hints from that.
Yeah, well, that's
You can take hints from that. So respectfully let them know that this is what I'm gonna do this year, or this I no longer feel aligned with that. And that's okay. You don't need to explain your journey to anybody. Those who get it
yes.
and genuinely interested in whatever journey or adjustments that you want to have, they will respect it.
Yes.
And if they don't, then that's not your people.
Exactly.
That's not your people.
That's
Another
what
thing
you should.
is create limits on spending money or your time. So if you decide to say this is the amount that I want to put for shopping, try to stick to that. Get yourself maybe an accountability partner, whether it's a friend, a family, so that you could try and stick with that bar, even if your time as well. Because when you overly exert, we neglect sleep, and we need sleep.
That's true.
We need the 6 to 8 hours. How are you going to be your best if you're not even giving yourself time to rest? I feel like that just rhymed. Best. Rest.
Look at you.
Test.
You're a whole artist. You didn't even.
Let me tell you now, Steve, I feel like you need to just put a bit on that.
Listen, we can try out my beatboxing skills right now. Let's go. Okay, so to those persons who are listening to Rhythm 95, I genuinely apologize for my attempt at beatboxing. That was awful, and you should not have been
witnessing that.
Yes.
We got carried away.
Yeah, sorry. So please go on, Sarah.
Yes. So I gave one example. What would be another example, Steve, that you could give our listeners of how to politely decline invitations or and overly exerting yourself?
Let's see. Okay, so multiple events and multiple get-togethers happening around this season here, right? So we don't have to go to every single event, and even if you do have to go to every single event because of whatever your work direction is,
Right.
or your career is, there's nothing wrong with recycling an outfit, so you don't have to go and rush purchasing an outfit every time for every different event. You know, nothing is wrong with wearing a belt with the dress. You know who I'm talking to? You know I'm talking to you. Put on a belt. If anything, accessorize, change things around. Nothing is wrong with that. That's just one way you cannot. And also, if you're tired, just say no. Simple as that. Just say no. I don't want to go out tonight. I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Nothing is wrong with that.
I'm tired. Yeah, well, you see, some people can still make you feel a type of way for being tired, which I don't get.
And I have a word for these people.
Can we say these words on air?
Yes. Power is on. Nothing is wrong with that. If I am tired, you just have to, and you are someone who cares about me. If I say I am tired, then you need to understand that I am tired.
Yeah.
And don't force me. Don't guilt trip me for saying I don't want to go to this event. Especially if I know, okay, tomorrow I have to be up early in the morning. I have an early morning shift. Or I have more responsibilities than you do.
Exactly.
Don't guilt trip me.
Yeah, so Steven said it. We were looking for polite ways, but Steven ran right to it and simply said no.
Well, no. Nothing is wrong with no.
There's nothing wrong with no.
There is no, in my opinion, when you're talking about self-care, there's no greater word when it comes to self-care than the word no.
There is not. That's like one of the best words, but it's also a hard word for all of us to use and do.
True.
Say no.
Say it with a smile. No. Yeah. You heard the difference you heard? No. Steve, can you? No. I'm sorry. No. No.
So let me tell you, 70% looks a little creepy. I'm just
Okay. Well, change. There are other words that you can use in place of no.
I can't.
Wow,
I
can't.
Jinx.
Hello. We don't want silence on the radio, so unjinx me.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. Yeah. So this week, what I want you guys to do is say no to one thing you feel like deep down, Steve. Deep down, or in your mind, you know that you are not comfortable with. Or you realize that it's not really necessary, that you're really doing it for somebody else, you don't really want to do it, or it doesn't align with your priorities. It's the hand raise for me. I want you to say no to that.
Don't say no to me. I'm raising my hand. Hello?
I'm saying no. Yes,
okay, so I think one of the reasons why people always say, why we have difficulty with saying no is because we're concerned or we're afraid of the repercussions of our no. So, like I'll use a piece from my story. I do the different salads, the different version of the salad, but I know that she might not like that salad and she prefers that salad, so I'll go make that salad. But what if I decide, I'm not going to make that salad, I already did all of this and I'm already tired. Then what will she say about me? What would she think about me? How would this affect me later on? I think people they get genuinely just worried about what will be said or the backlash from not saying yes.
True, but there's backlash on both ends, and that's what we forget. Because yes, there is external backlash, outside backlash. He, she, Paul, Peter,
Tommy,
John, Noah, and the big arc. But yeah,
what? Yes.
External, they will always have something to say, but there's also internal repercussions. When you lose the sleep, who really is paying for it? You are. Because now you're not functioning properly. You have all kind of health things piling upon you now, simply because you neglected. You didn't listen to your body in that moment. You didn't listen when your body said it was tired. It said it needed to take a break. You decided to push. Also, sometimes you do that and the people still have something to say, and then you beat yourself up internally again, where you're like, you see, I was tired, I did that, and she was still ungrateful. You understand? They still was not satisfied. Now you're mad at you for not listening to you when you told you to stop. Yeah. So as much as there are external backlash, there's also internal backlash. And I don't know about you, but I think I need people to realize that your longest relationship you have is the one with yourself.
True.
So I'm not asking you to be selfish, but I am asking you to respect your needs, to respect your feelings, to listen to your body. If you feel like you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. Express that you're not comfortable with it. If you feel like you're not okay about it, don't do it. Don't commit. If your body says it's tired, take the break. Sit down. Stop whatever it is that you're doing.
Right.
Because yes, the person might feel a type of way, but to be honest, they'll get over it.
Yeah.
They will. But you see, the dealing with yourself, sitting in that moment by yourself, that intimate moment of probably realizing where you could have improved or avoided. A lot of us avoid that. We run away from those moments because these are lingering thoughts. You ever heard the expression, people that say that this person is fighting their demons?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, these demons don't go away, but you could avoid creating them in the first place.
Yeah.
You don't need to be fighting demons just because you don't want Steva to be vexed that you didn't make her salad. Then Steva should have walked with a salad. Why she didn't volunteer to bring salad? Why are you cooking all the why are you cooking all the dishes?
Why are you doing that?
Why didn't she volunteer to bring a dish? You understand? Why are we not missing each other halfway? Why do I always have to overly exert myself? Why?
Right.
For what? And then I can sit silent with myself. Every day I'm mad. It takes a lot from the last time we realized that it takes a lot for us to have self-compassion. It also takes a lot for self-forgiveness. And sometimes you realize years later you never forgive yourself for whatever situation, something that you did. Is it really worth it? Think about it now. To be fighting with yourself because you want to make sure she had the right salad? Years later, you got look at you now. Years later, you still have a salad story.
Yes. And she's not my in-law anymore.
And I'm sure she cannot even remember whether or not you did the salad for her.
She would not.
My point exactly. And right now you're still dealing with you making that salad and remembering that horrible Christmas where you overly exert yourself. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Yes, guys, let's use Steva as an example.
I'm here for you.
Yes, so setting boundaries isn't easy. Let's be realistic. If you're somebody that overly exerts yourself, people know that you are the yes girl. Yes.
So, what's the difference? How would you be able to differentiate between setting boundaries for your own self, for your own self-care, and being selfish? Because to me, the way I look at it, to me, setting boundaries and being selfish, sometimes they can go hand in hand.
I would say yes and no.
Mm.
Because in the essence of the boundaries where you set in healthy boundaries is when you're listening to your body and you're also trying to meet this person and yourself at the same time. Because normally when you're selfish, you only think about you. Like your decisions are only based off you. You
Right.
could be, you could care less what the person thinks, how they feel, how it looks. And if you really are being selfish, then setting boundaries is not going to be hard for you to do because you're already good at picking yourself.
Yeah.
But then when you're doing healthy boundaries is you consider the person's thoughts, feelings, or situation in it, but then you respectfully say like, you know what, I would love to help you, like we gave an example, but I just cannot because I'm tired. Like, I would love to go out,
Yeah.
but I can't because I'm tired. That's different from, girl, I don't want to go nowhere with you. Or I would just go and do my business and be like, okay, well, Sarah, can you come? No.
Yeah.
And then you put it off in a way where you don't even try to explain what it is that you're doing, or it doesn't come out in a positive way. It just comes out as, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to do. Either you get it or you don't.
Right.
So when it doesn't come out so raw, then you're doing the boundaries. And I think the fact that you asked that is what some of us struggle with, because we figure when we set boundaries, all of a sudden we turn to this big bad wolf. We're this selfish being that doesn't want to help anybody, that doesn't want to be around anybody, that doesn't want to do anything for everybody. And that's not the case.
Right.
Boundaries are supposed to be healthy where you listen to yourself and as well as the person. So, okay, I understand that you need for me to help you, Steva, but I'm unable at this time because I'm tired. I need to rest. I haven't eaten. You understand? And it has to have some form of mutual respect. That's why we're saying if the person doesn't get it, then they don't have your best interest at heart. Because if I'm explaining to you, this is why I can't do something, and then you're upset, and the reason why I can't do it is at an expense of mine. You understand? It's taxing me and you're mad. Then you don't really have my best interest at heart. Then that person is what we call selfish, because all you care about is your needs. You don't actually consider that the other person may have something else going on. That the other person maybe is not okay. You understand? They're legit tired. They're not trying to avoid really tired. And I think like tired is normal. I don't know why people get upset when people are tired. So what are we, robots?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where is the human factor? So it's not okay for you to be tired. Like, I'm so confused.
It's okay. It's okay. It's actually okay.
Yeah, but then they guilt trip you and make you feel like, but I'm trying to figure out if we are robots. So do we not get tired?
And now this is also one of those places. I think like, okay, we're talking about one group of people. We also have to talk to the other group and tell the other group that you have to be understanding.
Yeah.
Try and channel your empathy and understand that everyone, even if we're spending this time here together right now, but my situation and your situation are totally different.
Yeah, and especially if the person was honest. I mean, if they were deceitful in a shady manner, you may have your own opinions about it. But if the person was honest, you understand, and open and genuine, why are you mad? If I'm telling you, Steva, I really cannot do this because, girl, I've been up from since 4 o'clock this morning. I haven't ate yet. My feet is tired. I mean, I know I miss you and we haven't hung out in a hot minute. But, girl, I cannot do it today. Even if, your schedule allows for today, and I know if I miss today, it might be another month again till I see you.
Yes.
I understand that you would probably be disappointed, but I already tell you all of those things. Why you want that energy around you anyways? If I'm tired, most likely I'm grumpy. I might not be good company.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And I like the way you phrased it as well, how you actually broke it down. Because what a lot of people do not understand is not necessarily what you say, is the tone in which you say it.
True,
The
but for
tone
me,
makes a
it's both,
huge
eh?
difference.
It's what you say and how you say it for me.
What happened to that girl?
It is both. Let me tell you. For me, I like that it's like that for you, but for me, it's both. It's this. Because I feel like bad communication is like a flat tire. If you do not fix it, you cannot go anywhere.
Right.
Nothing gets done. So I do, in certain aspects, I do believe it's what you say and how you say it too. Both of them. Except for the time when you saying no and smiling, eh? But you see, it was looking a little creepy to me. So it is what you
Hello,
say.
my no was very genuine. That was a very nice no, It was a very nice no.
Yes,
But tone
guys.
is important too.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I know setting boundaries might be something new to you. It might not be easy, let's be realistic, but it will be worth it. Let's use Steve example. And as I mentioned, your relationship with yourself. Because is it really worth it to beat up yourself? We over here, we don't do that. So we're trying to curb that beating up of the self. So we're trying to avoid that. So I want you to say no to one thing that you feel that deep down, I speaking to you. Deep down you don't want to go to the place. You don't want to do the thing. You're not comfortable with the idea. But yet still you want to say yes because you're afraid that this person might not speak to you again. This person might be upset with you. So you're fighting with yourself and your emotions. Your gut telling you dogo.
Yeah.
Your mind telling you dogo. Everything telling you dogo, but you're like, yeah, I want to go. Yes.
So what if you okay, so I think we have to talk to a different group of people here right now as well.
Yes.
Okay, so those people, we don't go anywhere. We literally we just don't go.
Yes, we're not outside.
We're not outside. You keep getting opportunity after opportunity to go, and you're like, no, I don't want to. Your whole mind and your whole body says, no, I don't want to go. This message is specifically for you. You need to leave the house. My dudu, leave the house. Get dressed. I mean, if you have a bad feeling like something bad is going to happen, then don't take the chance. But you probably been having that feeling all year. Put on the nice shoe and go, my dear. Just take a break.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering if you were about to say I don't condone this message.
I was about to say, yeah, guys, I don't condone this message.
But you do condone it.
But in aspects of the message, if you haven't given yourself a moment of free up, especially what Steve said, I would approve for that, yes. Because that leads to us not dealing with stress. You need to release the stress in some man. And maybe you being confined to the house consistently for the past 12 months. Yeah. You maybe need to see outside. You might not even remember what outside looking like. Yeah. So you might need that. And you can also set boundaries in that way too, where you try to find the balance. So I'm not asking you when you do this move to now just find yourself outside like a doormat and you forget about your inside. But every now and then, you understand, make outside, but you can make outside fun. I don't know why people just downplay solo dates. I like taking myself out on a date.
Yeah.
I just dress up nicely, make sure I smelling good, I looking good for me.
Yes.
You understand? We sit outside, whether it's a breakfast date, a movie date, a lunch date. So you could do that. Like once, if you are already just trying to adjust, once every 3 months, you just decide you have a date day. Whether you do it by yourself, whether you do it with a friend, spouse. Yeah. So try to find a balance.
Yeah.
And don't confine yourself to the house.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that. But when you find a balance, you set your boundaries, it allows for you to show up fully for the things that matter to you. That really, really matter, that aligns with what you have down deep down in your gut. Everything is saying yes. You're able to show up for that in a more positive mood. Because imagine if you have this big job interview. You've been out of work for a hot minute, right? And the night before your job interview, your girlfriend's like, oh, you have a job interview tomorrow, let's go out for some drinks. Your mind is telling you that is a bad idea, right? But then she's like, but you haven't had a call back in a long time, let's go and get some drinks. You go get some drinks, 1 drink turns to 5 drinks, 5 drinks turn to 20. You know where I'm going with that, Steve.
It always doubles. You know very well it always doubles.
And then when it's time for you to show up at your interview, now you're no longer your best self.
Right.
You have a hangover, you're not feeling your best, your cognitive is just off.
Yeah.
So you're not even answering like you would, and then you somewhat blow that whole interview. But if you had set boundaries, healthy boundaries, let's know, you know what? Let's not go out the night before the interview because the interview is at 8.
Yes.
Let's celebrate afterwards.
Yes.
Whether or not I get the job, but maybe just the fact that I've been in the house for the entire year and I've been sending out applications and I haven't gotten a call back, and I do, we can celebrate that. That, you know, that we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So let's do that after the interview.
Right.
Yeah, that would help. That would help you. That would help you have some healthy boundaries, and that will also, the purpose of all of these boundaries is to make you feel less overwhelmed and realize that you don't need to overly do anything to prove anything to anybody.
Right.
If it doesn't feel comfortable, you can respectfully say no. You can. So after you set that boundary this week, and we've spoken to a couple of different sets of people today, I want you to send me a DM on Sarah Chronicles on Instagram, Sarah Chronicles _, and let me know how you felt after you set that boundary. Because maybe you might feel good, maybe you might feel bad, maybe it might stir up some other different emotions, we don't know. So DM me, and especially if you feel good about it, just let me know so we can celebrate that win, because you might feel good.
Right.
After choosing you, maybe after not choosing you for a very long time, you might feel good that you finally choose you. You may not be able to, like they say, save the whole world like a superhero and stop all the chaos in the world, but you could stop all the chaos within you, though.
True. That's right.
And for me personally, that's all that matters, stopping the chaos within you.
Yes.
Once I can save you, then everything else I feel will just fall into place.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah.